Hi, David here from Mongrel Motorsports. A lot of the projects that we do are learning process as we go, and this is going to be one of them. This is my Tiger 800. And I was having some trouble with the gear indicator, and there is a switch in here that controls that. I'll show you. It's this guy right here. And that'll get gummed up and dirty over time. And there's two screws that hold it in. You just take it out, spray some electrical parts cleaner in there, free it up, and stick it back on. But in the process of doing that, I found out that, noticed the seal for the shift shaft was leaking. So I got a new one and put that in. And it's just an E-clip. You pop that off, take this washer out. There's a little seal behind there. You just replace that. Boom, you're done. Pretty simple, right? Well, not so much. And I'll show you the problem. Well, that seemingly simple task got complicated. What happened when I pushed the seal in, tapped it in with a socket, was that it forced the rod, which is the other end of it from the other side, it pushed the rod in and separated it from the shifting mechanism, so that one, I wasn't going to be able to get any gears, but two, I couldn't pull the shaft back because once this shifted and moved, it was stuck. So I had to take the clutch assembly off to access it, to put it all back together. And you're going to need special clutch locking tool and more time and a gasket and a new nut for on here, and it turns into a big cluster if you're not careful. So if you're going to put that seal on, just be advised, you can't let this shaft move. You can't let it shift inboard as you're tapping that seal in. That's the only thing you have to be concerned about. If you're able to keep that shaft in place while you're tapping that seal in, you're good to go. But if it comes off, it comes in and comes off, then you have to take this apart kind of and put it back together. Basically, you take this spring off of here, and then you can slide this whole assembly out. This is also how you get in here to do the broken spring and or pin, should that ever fail. And that is the pin right there. These can snap off and you'll lose shifting. So it's the same procedure. And there's other people that have done videos on how to take all this apart. That's really why I didn't bother with it. But you can find that and replace this piece here if you have to. But that's something you want to avoid if at all possible. And if it does happen to you and you have to go through all this, one thing to keep in mind is if you feel that the rod has come in too far, and you'll be able to tell because you won't be able to get the E-clip on, the slot will be inboard too far. Don't go messing around with the gears or any of that stuff. Just realize that you screwed up and go ahead and fix it, because it makes putting it all back together a little bit easier. There is a cam wheel back in here that this little bearing here rides on and goes in the detents. And the neutral position is the shallowest of all of those, which it will tell you in the manual if you have access to it. But if not, that's how you figure out where neutral is. So a small project to fix an annoying little oil leak turned into a big weekend project. So just wanted to share that with everybody so that you hopefully don't make the same mistake I did. Thanks for watching.